And Gia and I are about to get busy with the main course, the food for our romantic couple and their dinner for two.
Well, for the main course, we are going to be having a risotto with seared scallops and truffle oil. And first, we're going to make the appetizer.
Okay.
And it's a meze platter.
Gia and Michelle have written 3 really great books about entertaining, and we've taken this meze platter recipe from At Home with Friends.
It's a selection of Mediterranean appetizers.
Sounds very fancy.
It sounds fancy, but very simple.
Okay.
2 spreads. The first one's a tomato relish, and the second is a black olive tapenade.
For the tomato relish, start by chopping vine-ripened tomatoes into quarters.
And then I will go ahead and cut the garlic. There's 2 cloves of garlic. And basically, I'm just going to smash it.
Go ahead, muscles.
There we are. And then just kind of slice it.
Gia puts the garlic and tomatoes into the food processor. She adds 3 tablespoons each of olive oil and balsamic vinegar and a teaspoon of sugar. Finally, I add some chopped fresh basil and we hit the magic button.
That's what pulsing looks like.
Exactly. And then we can serve it into the bowl that's going to go onto the platter, because we're going to serve it with crusty French bread, because you'll just spread it on top of it. Now the tapenade. This is, they're already pitted and sliced Kalamata olives. And you can get these at a grocery store.
Buy them this way.
Yeah, instead of having to pit them and deal with that whole thing.
Pitting is the pits.
This is the best way.
Get it?
I got it. And then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of olive oil.
Pulse. Do your pulsing dance. Please. Come on. Let me see you pulse. No, I'll do this.
It's too much to do at one time. Wait.
Pulse until the olive and oil mixture become a coarse paste, then add the tapenade to the meze platter and you're done.
Well, there will be no romantic dinner for two unless there's actually the dinner.
Right.
We've got our appetizers and now to the main course.
Right.
Risotto?
With seared scallops and a truffle oil.
Sounds delicious. I'll just get started by chopping the onion.
I just want to thank Gia and Michelle for giving me the task of chopping onion.
I thought you'd like to do that.
Once they're chopped, perfectly, I might add, sauté the onions until soft.
Now it's time for the rice.
So the whole box?
Yeah, the whole box.
Okay, but this is not typical rice.
No, this is Italian rice, and what the difference is it's short and fat, and it's really tender.
The secret to risotto is continuous stirring. Mix together 2 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of water, then blend into the rice 1/2 cup at a time, allowing the liquid to absorb.
People are really intimidated by risotto. It's really easy. It's just all about the stirring.
After some marathon stirring, remove the risotto from the heat. Add Parmesan cheese, butter, and some sea salt to taste. And with a final stir, it's ready.
Okay, so now we're just going to put this to the side while we are making the scallops.
Really? That's interesting.
You're going to taste it first?
Yeah.
See if it needs more salt.
If by more salt you mean, is it perfect?
Yeah, it's
yes.
perfect. Okay, great.
Now, we prepare some fresh sea scallops. Pat them dry to remove the excess moisture and sprinkle with salt for extra flavor. Then, cook them on a medium-high heat.
And you just want them to get brown, a little brown on top.
So are you sauteing them, or are you
no,
just
you
gonna
just let
them
it sit
Okay.
for about a minute, and then we're going to flip them.
One flip, a little more cooking, and the scallops are done. Now we put the whole dish together.
And then, just for a little garnish, we have some dried black truffles here that we've sliced, and they're just going to be garnished that we're going to put here like that.
Drizzle a mixture of truffle oil, butter, and sage onto the risotto for a flavorful finish.
1, 2, 3, go. Cheers.
It's really good.
I would marry you again.
Our main course is complete, and while Gia goes to set the table, Michelle and I get started on a delicious chocolate lava cake, a very sensual dessert.
What we're going to do is take the basic chocolate cake recipe, which is a box cake recipe but with a couple additions.
We mix up the cake batter.
I'm happy to whisk chocolate cake any day.
So now I'm just going to pour these in. These are chocolate chips, which are going to be really rich and creamy on the inside of the cake.
After mixing the ingredients, pour the batter into a buttered muffin tin and bake. While the cake is in the oven, we begin the ganache, the molten chocolate lava.
You're gonna start chopping the chocolate into pieces.
Okay.
And I'm gonna heat this heavy cream.
Once you've warmed the cream, place the chopped bittersweet chocolate into a bowl. Then pour in the cream and whisk until smooth.
And you see how when it comes together, it just starts getting really creamy and chocolatey and molten lava.
Once the muffins are done, slice the tops off so they sit flat on the plate.
What happens to the muffin tops?
We get to eat them.
Pour the ganache all over the top and finish with a dollop of whipped topping.
That is so good. We should have made a lot more.
Still to come, a very sweet champagne cocktail and the finishing touches to our romantic dinner for two. Next on You're Invited.
A must for any special celebration is champagne.
Of course.
Absolutely, but Michelle and Gia leave nothing to chance. So, Michelle, you have a special little treat for us with the champagne, because this is not going to be your typical champagne.
No, but it's not going to be complicated either. It's going to be really, really easy.
All you have to do is drop in a sugar cube and some fresh raspberries, then top with a bit of the bubbly. Woo! And you've got a sweet and sexy champagne cocktail.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we finished our food and drink, and now we're gonna go help Gia put the final touches so that Corey and Kristen can have the romantic dinner for two. We should take these with us.
Okay.
Our intimate setting is complete and ready for romance.
So I want to thank Gia Russo and Michelle Adams for their genius ideas. This place speaks for itself. It's gorgeous. Kristen and Corey are going to have a first anniversary that will be a romantic dinner for two and a night to remember.
Absolutely.
Thanks to you, chicas. Thank you
thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
It's such a great time with you.
We've turned Corey and Kristen's living room into a beautiful romantic setting for an anniversary dinner for two. Now, it's ready for Corey to take a sneak peek before Kristen gets home.
Wow.
do you think?
Holy wow. This
Yeah?
is amazing. I cannot believe this is our living room.
You are so
Thank
the
you
man
so
tonight.
much for
You're
doing
welcome.
this. Oh, Kristen is going to love this.
Yeah?
She loves these colors. Oh my, this is great. I couldn't even imagine this. This is so great.
Okay, well, it only gets better. So you go look pretty, go get pretty, and have a really, really great
Thank
anniversary.
you again so much. Awesome.
My pleasure. I know that Corey and Kristen are going to celebrate this, their first anniversary, in a way that they'll never forget. I'm going to get out and let the romance begin.
Oh my gosh!
Happy anniversary.
Oh my gosh! What is this? Oh, happy anniversary! So beautiful.
Have some champagne.
I will. This is so beautiful and romantic. I can't believe it.
Like the scallops.
Yeah, the scallops are terrific. I really like the risotto. Oh, that is so good. What a perfect ending to a perfect evening.
Corey and Kristen seem to be having a fabulous time. You too can create a romantic evening like this using these great ideas. Construct a colorful canopy out of fabric and bamboo to create a cozy dinner setting. Make a floral hanging centerpiece using a styrofoam ball, roses, and a satin ribbon. Add a soft glow to your table by creating centerpieces out of vases, vellum, and velvet ribbon. Surprise your guests with an invitation of beautifully boxed homemade truffles. Cook a simple, romantic 3-course dinner. And give your champagne a special touch by adding fresh raspberries and a sugar cube. And for about $300, you can create a romantic dinner for two that's more personal and way more special than going out. I hope you'll use some of these ideas at your next party. Come back, there's lots of parties to be had, and as always, you're invited.
I'm sorry. We picked up the wrong ribbon, and she whispers to me, "This goes on the other one." And then, luckily, we have a little thing called "and scene."